Bones students, welcome to our virtual classroom. Today I'm going to go over our seated and standing exercises in our class. Remember to work at your own pace and skill level and rest when you're needed. You can always pause the video whenever you need to. All you'll need is a chair, a sturdy chair, and if you'd like, you can use weights to add extra resistance for your bones to work against during the exercises, or if you don't have weights, you can also use soup cans or anything that provides a little bit extra weight for your bones to work against. I'm also going to be using our loops. If you don't have a loop but you have a band, you can just tie the band in a loop. You can also do any of these exercises without the additional resistance. So let's start with our sit to stands, starting from the center of your chair with your feet hip distance apart, ears above the shoulders, shoulders above the hips. Go at your own pace, we'll do 10. Rest when you need to. Remember to keep that neutral spine positioning when you lift. You're hinging at the knees and hips, not your back. Let's move on to our knee lifts. Now here's where if you have a weight or your soup can, you can place that on the top of the knee. Just hold it lightly in place. We'll start on our right side. We'll do 8 on our right side and then switch to our left. Keep the abdominal muscles drawing in, ears above the shoulders, shoulders above the hips. And remember, you want to hinge from the hips so your back stays nice and still as you lift. Let's switch to our left. Okay, let's move back to our right side, and this is our side lift. So you want to move that thigh out to the side and keeping your torso nice and tall. Again, you want to keep the abdominal muscles pulling in, lifting from your hip. I'm exhaling on the lift on the effort part of the exercise, inhaling to rest. Okay, let's switch to our left side. And my studio is a little crowded here. I'm gonna move myself over in the chair, move my table, and lift. All right, bring your legs back to center. Next, we'll do the same exercises standing. Again, you can use the weight or not. I'm going to move my chair around so that you can see from the side what's happening. So I'll start with my right leg. I'm going to lift straight to the front, lifting the thigh up and lower down. Keep that torso nice and tall. Now, if you feel comfortable doing this without holding onto the chair, feel free to add that extra balance component. And let's switch to the other side. move to our side lift. Start with the leg turned out. Stay tall on your standing side. Shoulders and hips stay aligned, so try to avoid leaning from the torso. You want to stay upright and lift from the hip. Keep breathing. And let's move to our other side. Rotate the thigh out so you're working from the side and lift. Wonderful. You can set your weight aside. If you're using a loop or a band, have a seat. Bring the loop up just above the knees. If you want greater resistance, you can bring the loop down to the ankles. I'm going to work with it above the knees for today. Let's go ahead and stand behind the chair. Now we'll do our side steps. I'm going to move the chair so you can see better what my feet are doing. So we'll start with the feet a little wider than the hips. You want to have a little bit of resistance even before you start. Keep those abdominal muscles drawn in, ears, shoulders, and hips aligned. And we're just going to step out to our right and in, and step left and in. And we'll repeat that, step, touch. Two more. Great. Now if you have a band as well, if you're not already using it as a loop, you can add the band to this exercise, a chest press. If you don't have a band, you can do these same movements with the arms. You just won't have that extra resistance you're working against. So if you've got a band, wrap it around your back, up around the shoulder blades, under the arms. We're going to add a chest press. So as you step your feet out, you reach the arms out. As you step to center, arms come back in, and we'll repeat that. Great, come back to center. You can take the band off, and we'll also take the loop off. And we'll finish with a few stretches. So we'll start with our seated figure 4 stretch for the hips. You can cross one ankle over the top of the thigh if your hips will tolerate that. Otherwise, you can go a little lower down on the ankle or shin. From here, bring that opposite foot in, lift up tall, and if your hip will tolerate it, hinge forward from the hips, feeling that nice stretch. Take a few breaths here, feeling the stretch. Release, and let's switch sides. And let's take a few breaths here, holding it. And release the leg. I just have to make a quick adjustment to my camera so it's not so dark. So So our next stretches will stand behind the chair for the calf stretch and the quadricep stretch. Your calf stretch, you want to step 1 foot back and place the heel on the floor. Ears, shoulders, and hips align. Pull the tummy in, tuck your tailbone in. And switch sides. Let's finish with our quadricep stretch. For the quadricep stretch, you might want to be holding onto the chair. You grab onto the shoe, your ankle, the back of your pant leg, drawing the heel towards the buttocks. Tuck the tailbone in and squeeze the glutes on that side you're stretching so you feel that nice stretch down the front of the thigh. Let's switch sides. And relax the leg. And that's it for this video. I'll be back with our floor exercises as soon as I can work out the sound on my videos. I'll see you again soon.